simple and plain. That's why I play the game. To be the best, you have to win. And that's what drives me.
He's the best player in the game. It's just that simple.
Let's go back. The year is 2020. Let's take a look at this photo that we have.
Yeah, a location you would never guess. You know what? I didn't even realize he put that on there.
Wait, huh?
So that's you and Jack Harlow.
Yeah.
Led to you getting quarantined when you rejoined the Clippers in the bubble.
Yep.
Made you the talk of the sports world at that moment. Did you know when you took this picture with Jack Harlow that it would become such a big deal?
Absolutely not. Because I thought we did it. I thought we did what we were supposed to do. You know, and since this is like, no, because I gotta get this.
That's all we did what we were supposed to do.
Yeah, look, we got our mask on and shit. I thought we did it how we were supposed to do it, man. But I want to put this to bed. I didn't sneak out of the bubble to go to Magic City.
Yeah, please.
That's not what happened. They excused me from the bubble to go to a funeral. Doctor is traveling with me. The funeral home was a block away from Magic. I've been staying in a hotel, eating hotel room service food.
Magic got good food.
This man said, I didn't sneak out of the bubble to go to Magic City. To go to the funeral and then go to the strip club is crazy, but no, shout out to Lou Will.
Magic got good food. This is my hometown, and if you know ATL, we eat in our strip club.
I'm grieving at the
That's where you can
club.
find the best food. Cheetah, Magic.
I'm grieving at the strip club.
Yeah, so on and so forth. Poppin' Magic. What they won't tell you is it was 8 people in there. All of them was with us. So let me give you a backstory. I met Jack in 2017. Young white kid came in the studio. He was with one of my business partners, and we playing music, and he like, man, that's fire, man. Your music is good and this and that. And I'm like, that's what's up. And I asked my partner, who the white boy? He said, oh, his name Jack, man. He's from Kentucky. He a rapper. I said, okay. But Jack and his brother was in the studio with us, and they just vibing. They 2 regular white boys. Having fun. I take them to the club. Jack don't drink. I got them shit-face hammered that night. Shit-face hammered that night. 2-3 years later, he got the #1 song in the country. Walk in, I hadn't seen him. I've been in the bubble. I ain't seen him. What's popping is going crazy, but I hadn't seen him in 2-3 years. I said, man, I'm proud of you, bro. Let's take a shot. All right, cool. Took a shot. Jack said, yo, you think it'll be cool if we take a picture? Because he knew I was out of the bubble. I said, yeah, I got my mask on, you got your mask on. I don't see where it'll be a problem. So that's where the picture came in. If I'd have known that the picture was gonna do what it did, I'd have said no. But I thought
everything's in order.
I thought everything was in order. Where we fucked up was Jack tried to cover for me, and he lied. Because he posted the picture, and then, mind you, he has the #1 song, so his engagement is out the roof. Everybody on his page, so they like, oh shit, Lou Will done snuck out of the bubble. So he tried to clean it up for me. He said, nah, y'all chill. This an old picture. I got the bubble mask on.
Damn, nigga get caught with the bubble mask on, so he couldn't deny it. Everybody hooping and whatnot. This nigga at the strip club. Crazy work, Lou Will.
Y'all were just ahead of the time.
I had the bubble mask on, and so another thing people don't realize about that whole thing was, by the time it hit the news, I was back in the bubble in quarantine already. I was back already. So L. Frank called me. L calls me. He says, hey, who the fuck is Jack Harlow? I said, that's my homeboy. He a rapper. What's the problem? I'll call you back. Hung up on me. Like, what the fuck was that about? My agent called me. We got a problem. What's up? Man, it's a story taking off that you snuck out of the bubble and you was going crazy hanging out at the strip club.
Sneaking out the bubble and going to the strip club is crazy.
I said, no, I went to eat, but I left. This was 5 o'clock in the afternoon. Well, the story spiraling out of control. They said you was partying in Magic City all night. I said, dog, I'm back in the bubble already. What are we talking? I'm back in the bubble already. Get off the phone with my agent. He called me back about an hour later. He said, man, look, this was a Friday that this happened. I was in Magic Thursday evening, back in the bubble on Friday. He said, Monday, when media cranks back up, we're going to have a shitstorm. I'm like, what's the big deal? Like, what happened? And Monday, sure enough, I was Lemon Pepper Lou from then on out. I was Lemon Pepper Lou from then on out.
There is some positive, though. That's my favorite nickname, Lemon Pepper Lou.
Yeah, man, and you was talking shit. You was giving me a hard time because you do your thing.
Comedic tweets. Comedic tweets. Helping to lighten the load.
At that time, I was taking everything personal.
Yeah,
you know, at
using
that
humor.
time, I was taking everything.
Yeah, I didn't know I impacted you like that. I would just.
Nah, it was cool because to me, I didn't feel like I did anything wrong. And for somebody that always carried myself in a sense of not trying to be attached to any goofy shit, I didn't like being attached to some goofy shit. So I was just fighting everything. I was into it with Perk on Twitter. I was into it with everybody because I didn't want that type of energy to be attached to me. Now that everything is chilled and calmed down, I've learned to embrace it. And because of that, you know, Lemon Pepper Lou is here to stay, and that shit ain't going nowhere, man.
Lemon Pepper Lou. But you know how the media is. It's gonna take off when it come down to something like that. You and Jack Harlow in a picture together, come on.
It's a funny.
That's a legendary nickname.
Go ahead and give you.
No, but that's the thing.
Crazy,
Like,
hold on, though. The crazy thing is, my wings ain't even lemon pepper wings. They barbecue with lemon pepper sprinkles.
Don't tell them motherfuckers your secret, bro.
but if you really think about it, right? People like I didn't not one time think that you fucking snuck out, right?
Yeah.
People that know, like the way you hear about, like we all around, like this shit is the most secure place it can fucking possibly be.
Yeah, man.
Ain't no fucking
Ain't no
sneaking
sneaking
nobody
out of that
in
shit
or
or
out of this motherfucker. So we all was like, fucking sneak out. Like, how the fuck you gonna get back in? Like, how the fuck you gonna get back in? Yeah, that's my thought.
Nigga snuck out.
But that nigga the suitcase. Yeah, like that's my thought process. Okay, if he did manage it,
Yeah, and think about
how
this.
the fuck he gonna get back in there?
I never got fined. I was never suspended. It just took my quarantine from 4 days to 10 days. That was my punishment. So the NBA knew what I was doing. Again, I had a doctor traveling with me. I was getting COVID tested 3 times a day. Everything that I was doing was documented, but they told me, they like, hey.
This man had a traveling doctor riding with him the whole time. Getting tested 3 times a day is crazy. But like I said, you know how the internet is. They gonna take something in. It's here, they gonna take it all the way up there.
The media.
We gonna throw the book at your ass best we can so nobody else in here can think that that's cool to do.
Yeah.
That be the problem sometimes with stories, right? They're with you. The NBA is with you traveling. You're there. They done tested you. Everything is good. But they still want to throw the book because of the media.
Yeah.
If we kill Lou, nobody else will try this bullshit.
They did that.
I know. Yeah.
They did. Man, they had me on the phone with real federal representation. Asking me questions like, so did you do this? I cut the lady off. I said, ma'am, can I ask you a question? I said, am I in like legal trouble for this? Like, do I need my lawyer on the phone? She said, no. I said, oh, I didn't want to talk to you then. What I'm talking to you for? But at first I was scared shitless because they really was asking me questions about, well, how long were you there? And you said that you had glasses on. In the picture, you didn't have glasses on. Like I was really on the stand.
Nah, what type of shit was that? I would have took that a certain type of way for real. Like, what's going on? And to this day, I still be thinking about that. Like, what's going on? What was that all about?
Really on the stand, bro.
Remember, I asked somebody about the bubble. I was like, so everyone's tested in the bubble. They was like, yes. I said, so they all got tested. Yes. It's secure. Nobody else can get in. Yes.
Yeah.
Everyone's clean in there. They was like, yes. Then why the fuck are they wearing masks and doing all this on the court? Why is the bench wearing masks and all? Why? And they said this.
That was crazy. I hate it. That was just not too long ago.
Optics.
That was all.
Because of America's doing it, we have to participate. So I'm like, this is the cleanest place on earth right now, but y'all are pretending for America.
The optics. And
That's all this. This is the whole setup. That's part of the system. They got to make something look like something it ain't. That's why the riots going on right now. Just pay attention to the riots and what's really going on. When have you The police ain't doing nothing to them people in LA. From what I seen, they ain't did nothing to them people. They throwing bricks at them and all type of stuff, and them police ain't doing nothing but shooting rubber bullets and tear gas, but it ain't really doing nothing from what I'm seeing.
For the rest of they said because what we're doing right now, the rest of the sports have to take. So I'm like,
put the chairs on the bench, motherfucker.
Yeah. I'm like the chairs on the bench. You go in the game, y'all touching each other, then go on the bench and put the mask on. I'm like,
it was insane, bro. And here's another thing: we was in there so long. Outside had opened back up. We was the only ones locked down. We was the only ones still locked. Outside opened up. Nigga, we at Disney hear them on the roller coasters. Woo! We can hear it. We
outside with the mask.
We sit there sick as hell, mad as fuck. Everybody else having a good time. Back outside, living their lives. We still in here.
Well, Lou Will, we appreciate you taking time out.
Man, but shout out to Lou Will for that. COVID years, that was crazy years. That's a time to remember. People will never forget that. To this day, I still say the same thing Lou just said. Like, that was weird for them to have them in there like that, even when outside had opened back up. So, like, what was really going on? But I guess they had to project that towards the media. Or I guess towards America. I don't know. Crazy work, though. But shout out to Lou Will. Shout out to Gil's Arena. If y'all want to go watch the rest of that, go over there, like, share, and subscribe. But this was a good one right here, though. They need to have more people on here like Lou Will. Because Lou Will keep it chill, keep it player. I like that. Not all that goofy, silly shit. He got stories to tell. All that other shit, nah. But yeah, y'all like this video, share this video. We the People TV.